Welcome into the show tonight. I'm Brian Keating alongside Hannah Hoover, and it's time for Crashing the Boards.
Week 6, it's already gone.
It's OU Texas, baby. It's the biggest weekend so far this season. What an opportunity for OU. We'll get into all of that. Texas not exactly playing their best football.
Yeah, which comes at a good time for OU.
Oklahoma State not exactly playing their best football. We'll get into the Cowboys as well. We start tonight with the game that happened at Memorial Stadium on Saturday afternoon, Oklahoma and Kent State. John Mateer was out, so you had Michael Hawkins Jr. in. You still got that OU defense. And Grayson Halton, how about a big man, fat boy touchdown? Love that, baby. Michael Hawkins Jr., 14 out of 24, 162 yards, 3 touchdowns. Scored a rushing touchdown as well. OU wins big. And so, Hannah, I will give this to you first. Before we get into the Texas thing, I'm curious about Michael Hawkins, curious about what you thought about the Sooners on Saturday afternoon at Oklahoma Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, I was there, obviously, and thought to myself, there could be a lot more damage being done than what we saw on the field. So anyway, I'll just start with this. I think this was a sneak peek of Michael Hawkins Jr. I don't think we saw everything that we could possibly have seen. You mentioned it. Yep. Another great point was that, hey, got to keep this guy healthy. Yeah. You know, he's our best option out here.
Can't be running him around and get him hurt if he's got to play against Texas.
So don't do too much, and they didn't need to do too much. And so I think there's a real sense of optimism around Michael Hawkins Jr. We heard Brent Venables, Ben Arbuckle both sing his praises and say, hey, we're confident in Michael Hawkins Jr. So that's a good sign, I think. But also, I just expected to see a little bit more from him. 162 yards through the air isn't super impressive to me, but I think he's developing, and, you know, the run game, we'll see more of that if we end up seeing him down in Dallas for OU Texas.
We don't know if he's going to play against the Longhorns.
We don't know.
Again, we'll get into the Longhorns in just a second.
I can't help myself.
It's okay. I mean, it's what everybody said. They played Kent State.
Right.
So
let's stop and talk about.
We're not grinding on Kent State too much. So I said this a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, things on the internet, and you have fan bases across and different fan bases across the country. A lot of people didn't agree with her like it. OU's got the best defense in college football. They still do.
Texas has something to say about that.
They still got the best defense in college football, and they were awesome. Awesome.
They were.
You can Kent State me all you want. Who did they? They dominated in every single way possible, and they've basically done that throughout the entirety of this season. Best defense in college football.
I love it. Brent Venables leading the charge.
Look, Brent knows what he's doing. I don't think there's any question about that. I'm going to throw at you a couple of numbers here.
Let's go.
They've allowed 36 points this season. 36 points this season. It's the fewest points they've allowed in 5 games going back all the way to 1987.
Wow.
Those were big-time teams playing in 1987.
No
they have 21 sacks this season. It is number 2 in college football. They get after you. They allowed 135 yards yesterday. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if you're playing Santa Fe High School or UCO or North Texas or Kent State.
Not Santa Fe High School.
Hey, Santa Fe High School catching a stray here. My apologies.
You went there.
That's just how it went. 135 yards is big time. They have the best defense in college football. They continue to prove it. It's a shutout. Brent said after the game, you know, we don't talk about shutouts. We just want to play good football.
Yeah.
They've played great football. They get the best defense in the country.
And it's hard
to
do that.
And it was on full display on Saturday.
The discipline to, you know, shut out Kent State is hard to do.
To stay with it. You know who you're playing. You know those guys can't do anything.
You know the numbers.
They dominated. I thought it was awfully impressive. Okay, look, it's time.
All right.
Put up the graphics. It's OU Texas. This is what's coming up. It's Oklahoma and Texas on Saturday afternoon. The game's right here on Channel 5. It's a 2:30 kickoff at the Cotton Bowl. It's all you could ask for. It's all you could ask for. Again, right here on Channel 5. Here's another number for you about that OU defense. They are number 2 in the country in scoring defense, allowing 7 points a game. That'll do, Hannah Hoover. 7 points a game.
I like it.
That's all OU's defense. That's all the good stuff. Now we get into the big question mark, and it's the only thing anyone is going to want to talk about the entirety of the week. Is John Mateer going to play football? And you know what? We do not know the answer to that question.
I wish we did, Brian.
We don't. We don't know the answer. There's a guy at Chipotle. This is a real story.
Please
There's a guy at
up.
Chipotle
I love this.
who reports that he talked to John Mateer and he saw him order and he had the thing that John Mateer's going to play. I don't know if John Mateer's going to play.
I hope Chipotle guy's right. I really do.
I hope the Chipotle guy is right too, but I don't know. I I don't know. Brent Venables was asked that same question after the game on Saturday afternoon.
The emotion that goes into that game, the intensity of the environment. It's a great setting, one of the coolest environments you can have an opportunity to play and compete in. This year will be no different, something I know our guys will be looking forward to.
So that's Brent on OU Texas. He was asked the question, what do you think? And he says, I'm kind of assuming he doesn't play. I don't know if Brent's playing it coy. I think Brent's going to throw everything out there to make Texas not know. Here's the other thing about Texas. They are not playing good football, and they lost on Saturday to Florida.
Yeah, they're not playing good at all. Goodbye to that top 10 matchup. They're outside of the top 25 now. So this is just a whole new ball game, but it's a rivalry game, which we know anything can happen. And I think Texas has the ability, no doubt, they have a great defense to make this one a back and forth kind of a game. But we got to see, I think, just to comment on John Mateer for a second, we've got to see John Mateer back, a healthy John Mateer back, not necessarily for Texas, but I think in order for this SEC schedule that they're about to see, it is going to be tough. But on this note, I think that OU's defense can handle Arch Manning. He is not playing well, and he's not as advertised, and you hate to see that for anybody. But yeah, I think OU's defense got this covered.
Nobody hates it about Arch Manning. Nobody.
Not around these parts.
Nobody hates it for Arch Manning. Oklahoma's a lot better, and that's just the truth.
Yeah,
Oklahoma's a lot better. Now, here's the caveat. Oklahoma's a lot better, but that doesn't mean they'll win the game.
That's a rivalry game.
Kyler Murray's a lot better Oklahoma team didn't win that game. I saw Baker Mayfield lose at the Cotton Bowl. I still remember Charlie Strong, who's, they had terrible Texas teams wearing that gold hat. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Oklahoma is a lot better, and they've won 11 of the last 16. Brent Venables 1-2, and in the 2 they lost, they didn't play very well. I will say this: if John Mateer plays, I think OU's going to win by 2 touchdowns. If John Mateer plays, they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. I don't know if he's going to play.
A little sneak peek to your prediction.
If Michael Hawkins plays, I think it's 50-50. And here's the other thing, people won't like this. Arch Manning hadn't played well, but if you made me pick between Arch Manning and Michael Hawkins Jr. right now, I think Arch Manning's a better quarterback. And so Oklahoma's a better team. They're a lot better team than Texas if Mateer plays, but we don't know. And we're probably not going to find out until they run it out there on Saturday afternoon.
It's a fair point you made about Hawk, Michael Hawkins Jr. He didn't show us what we really wanted to see against Kent State, and that's fair.
It doesn't have to mean it's a dig.
No.
Arch Manning hasn't lived up to the hype. He was still the #1 recruit in the country. He's still a talented guy with a tremendous last name who hasn't quite played up to it. It's a rivalry game, and we do not know. Saturday afternoon at the Cotton Bowl, 2:30 right here on Channel 5. It's OU Texas. I cannot wait. Stay with us. We're talking about the Pokes next. Can they win a football game?